Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video. Brent here. So good to see you all again. Moon Knight episode 2 came out a couple of days ago. I hope you guys have watched it. If you haven't seen that episode yet, please do not watch this video any further because some of the things I will be talking about may contain spoilers. I do not want to spoil it for you guys because so far it's a pretty good series and I want you guys to enjoy it as well. But if you've already seen the second episode of Moon Knight, feel free to hang out with me and we'll talk a little bit about Moon Knight episode 2, Dissociative Identity Disorder. So let's go ahead and let's do it. So the second episode starts out with Steve thinking about the events that happened to him last night in the museum. And he wonders if it was real, if it was a dream. Well, we know based off of watching the episode that it was real, it was not a dream. But still, he goes to work the next day, goes up to the security officer, able to get access to the security footage, and now he's watching it. However, to his surprise, on the video, there is no jackal monster chasing him. There is no Moon Knight. It's just him in the dark museum by himself, albeit acting a little bizarre and strange. To the security officer, or to us watching it, if we didn't know what was going on, we would think that Stephen Grant was acting strange. I would probably say he's acting as if he's delusional or if he's having visual hallucinations. So really quick, delusions are these beliefs that a person has that is not grounded in truth or reality. Hallucinations are disturbances in sensory perception, which affects in all your 5 senses. There's taste, smell, touch, visually, and of course hearing things. So I wanted to talk a little bit about those delusions and visual hallucinations that seem that Stephen Grant would have if we didn't watch the episode, if we didn't know, and if we were just watching it as if we were the security officer looking for something that isn't there and wondering how come Stephen Grant is acting this way and what has him so worried and so fearful and so afraid. Your psychiatric patients will present this exact same way. What they are going through, whether it's delusions or hallucinations of any kind, will feel real to them. Even if it's not happening to you or to someone else, it is 100% real to them. Now, in Stephen Grant's case, we know that this is real. This is 100% true. He is not dreaming. We know that these events actually happened to him that night at the museum. However, I'm just saying that if we didn't know what was going on, we can chalk it up to delusions and or visual hallucinations. And because this is a mental health nursing channel, I wanted to talk a little bit about that and give you guys a little bit more understanding of what this would look like if, the Moon Knight TV show was more psychiatric than it was based off of the comic books and, being a show about superheroes, so on and so forth. The next scene, we see Stephen is sitting inside the Human Resources Department with the Human Resource Representative, and he slips Stephen Grant a brochure about a mental health facility where he can get help. In the first video that I talked about concerning Moon Knight and dissociative identity disorder, I said that the main form of treatment is therapy, which has the goal of unifying all those personalities or creating an environment where those personalities would be able to work together. Introducing mental health services, it's a good move. And as a nurse who works with psychiatric patients, this is something that I do. Now, I don't set it up per se. We have our wonderful social workers and discharge planners who do that, but I do reinforce and strongly encourage, my patients to go to the mental health clinic for follow-up, for help. It makes it a lot easier for them to get the help that they need instead of having to come back through the emergency room and being put on a hold or voluntary if they choose to do so, and then having to stay at the hospital for X amount of days just for treatment when it could have been something somewhat a simple fix like getting your medications readjusted or getting more medications ordered or being able to talk to someone. and to get those resources instead of having to, go through the entire medical, system again of being readmitted and then staying and then getting discharged. You end up saving a lot more time by going to a mental health clinic. But we'll see if Stephen Grant goes to the mental health clinic. Who knows? And I kind of wonder where the nearest mental health center or clinic will be in Egypt. The mainstay, it seems, so far in Moon Knight TV series is the dissociative amnesia that Stephen Grant continues to experience. He finds the storage locker with a bag full of money, he finds a gun in there, a map, a Marc Spector passport, as well as the Golden Scarab. And he has no idea how it got there and what's going on. Then we also see his interaction with Layla turns out to be, quite the twist. Turns out that Marc Spector and Layla, they were Layla, am I pronouncing it right? I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Eric Clapton's song. But it turns out that Marc Spector was married. And of course, this is your dissociative amnesia where one personality, in this case, this is Stephen Grant, not knowing about what transpired or what happened to the other characters, in the past. He did not know that Marc Spector was a mercenary. We're going to continue to see this play out more as the next 4 episodes come out. In this episode, we also get introduced to another character. This was a character that we were all expecting. This is Mr. Knight. But so far in this episode, it just seems as if Stephen had a wardrobe change and threw on a white, well, this is a white lab coat, but a white tuxedo. No idea if Mr. Knight will be a personality in this series. It just looked as if Mr. Knight was just Stephen Grant dressed up in a suit fighting a jackal. Stephen ends up giving control over to Marc, who then transforms, switches into, and becomes Moon Knight, fights off the jackal, and now we find ourselves in Egypt with Marc Spector in control, looking to stop, find, harrow, and finish up some unfinished business that he has to do over in Egypt to keep his bargain with Khonshu. Overall, another wonderful episode. It's pretty cool how they introduced a mental health therapy, the mental health center, and the clinic for Stephen Grant to go to. Got to learn more about Marc Spector's life through Stephen Grant's dissociative amnesia, not really knowing what's going on, and of course finding this plot twist that Marc Spector was married. And we'll just see what ends up happening in the 3rd episode. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far because I've been absolutely loving it. Of course, in normal fashion, if there are no comments, questions, concerns, or complaints that can be expressed in a therapeutically communicative manner, make sure you guys hit that like button. It really supports this video. And also, if you haven't yet subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. If you guys do have any comments, questions, concerns, or complaints, the comment section is down below. Feel free to let me know what's on your mind. I love reading your guys' comments. Love engaging with you guys. So other than that, I'll see you all next week. Enjoy that 3rd episode. Stay safe. Peace.